All right, what's happening, Las Vegas? Welcome again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about the NBA coming to Las Vegas.
Now, if most of you don't know, you know now, I am the biggest hoop head. NBA TV, split screen, watching all the action, and I'm beyond excited for this.
Well, and
beyond
I totally
excited for this. Adam didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah.
In fact,
I mean, I knew the NBA was coming, but like when I was like, we're going to get into some of this. When I was looking at some of the potential ownership,
oh boy,
he's like, dude, that happened 5 years ago. Where have you been?
He says like, is Mark Cuban is in the mix? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what's he gonna do with the Mavs? I was like, well, Adam, the Mavs are gone. So anyway.
But football, on the other hand, I know what's going on.
He knows what's going on with football, but that's not what this is about. So this is about the NBA, and so this is something that it's been in consideration for several years now.
Yeah.
Adam Silver came out and said obviously it would be Las Vegas
and
Seattle.
Frontrunners.
As obvious choices.
Which honestly, since the Supersonics leaving, I mean, that was an awesome team. That was when I did watch it.
I don't. Nobody knows. Well,
Yeah.
we know, but it made no sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Seattle. If anyone from Seattle's watching, we're sorry. Hopefully you get a team.
I hope you do get a team.
Soon.
What a great basketball city that was.
Yeah, it was a fantastic
awesome
basketball
team,
city. You guys can celebrate the Thunder's victory since that's who. Anyway, let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
So
NBA coming. So
Yeah.
we're looking at, possibly they want to get the boots on the ground coming like 2027, 2028, possibly that soon.
They're supposed to have a vote on it. The vote is supposed to happen
March,
sometime
like
this
literally
year.
within the next month.
Yeah, within the next month or so. The board of governors, they're going to sit down. They're going to vote. Obviously, they're going to vote yes because it means more money for the league, more money for everybody. And Vegas has already showed itself to be, a sports city.
Well, there's no better
huge
place to run
appetite.
events.
Yeah,
I mean, they like the Super Bowl's gone on without a hitch. I mean, they're very capable.
We had a few hitches with the F1, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A few hitches
For sure.
So this is something that is supposed to bring, it's supposed to bring a lot of value to the Las Vegas market. As far as housing goes, how do you think it's going to affect the housing
Do
market?
I think it's going to make the housing market like absolutely surge? No. But do I think it's going to make our economy more stable, bring more pillars, make it feel like more of a legitimate metropolitan area by bringing another pro sports team in? I do, 100%. I think it's a great thing for the city. Now we're going to have baseball with the A's coming in 28. You're going to have basketball. We already got football, we got hockey. And then let's not forget, the Las Vegas Aces are wildly successful out here.
Three-time champions,
yeah.
Season ticket holder right here.
Yeah,
Love them.
yeah,
Love them.
yeah.
Okay, so, this is my opinion as far as, what it could do to our market. So the NBA, unlike the NFL, NBA players tend to live in the city that they play in. NFL players, it's 16 weeks. They're on the road, half of those. Most of the NFL players I've met didn't necessarily live in their city. NBA players, they do, right? Not only do they live in their city, but they usually have trainers that travel with them. They have more staff, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not just the players bringing in that bring and build the economy. It's their trainers, their nutritionists, their chefs. There's a whole army of people that are hired by, not just the team, but the players. So that probably brings a higher level of housing demand, especially at like that maybe plus $1 million mark here in Las Vegas.
We already have a thriving luxury market. Las Vegas is one of the best moving luxury markets in the United States. And now this could bring more because
this
you're
is going to bring
higher
more
earners,
Yeah, and it's not like we have a ton of supply when it comes to that luxury market, and that's why we've seen that market kind of steadily grow, regardless of what the interest rates or the economy is doing. It's been steadily increasing because we don't have that much room to put those properties. There isn't a ton of them, so they are definitely in demand. But any ideas of what they're going to be putting this?
There's a few possibilities. You got T-Mobile, which is Bill Foley has already come out and said, who's the owner of the Golden Knights, said he will put $300 million into converting it so it would be able to be adapted. That's probably the most efficient way, in my opinion. And then there's also like the parking lot area of the Rio.
That's the one I've heard, and that's the one that I felt as though kind of made the most sense. I've also heard like somewhere, I think it was like south of the Strip.
Yeah. I thought it was north of the Strip.
No, sorry, north of the Strip. North
yeah.
of the Strip. Someone north of the Strip. And then having some tram or trolley to get people back and forth. Now, T-Mobile Arena, that does make a lot of sense because it keeps
Dude,
it.
you got everything there. Like literally, if you want to go see baseball,
Yeah.
it's at the Tropicana.
Yeah.
You got T-Mobile across the street. It's got the Knights.
Yeah.
That the Aces are right there too, and then you got the Raiders.
You really,
just right down,
you just a little square of sports.
Yeah, it literally
right?
be all right there. And
you
then
know?
you can use those as venues when you're not playing a sport.
And those are venues because that UFC fights, boxing, all that happens right there. So, I mean, big time concerts, it really is the sports capital corner of the world right there. That little intersection.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this, and if any of you have any information about this, what's going on, and you know something.
Well, and who are some of the? I was going to get in. Who are some of the players that could be involved with this deal here?
Oh, I was about to end this, but yeah, Adam, I totally forgot this.
I mean, this is a big
Okay,
piece.
so this is interesting.
I'm pretty excited about
this
some
is
of the names
interesting.
on this list.
So the first two names that
LeBron
I heard,
James, baby.
LeBron and Phil Knight. So
Yeah.
if you don't know who Phil Knight is,
He's rich.
Nike, right?
He's richer than LeBron.
Well, he owns Nike.
Yeah, he's not as good a basketball player, but he is rich.
Definitely, probably not as good of a basketball player, but we don't know this,
Yeah, it's true.
So if you've seen Phil Knight play, you got some tapes, drop them in for us.
There you go.
LeBron. Obviously, LeBron will have to retire first because I don't think you can play and own a team at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you're.
No, Jordan was a partial owner of the Wizards, and then he activated himself.
I think he had to sell that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, I thought
we're gonna have to look in that. I don't think you can actually have ownership in the league and be a player in the
Tom
league.
Brady might start suiting up for the Raiders.
Because I think that makes it awkward when it comes to voting for certain things. Like, are you voting as an owner? Are you voting as a player? Like, how do you negotiate? I don't know. I don't know.
If you do know,
Yes,
drop us a comment.
drop us a
set us
comment,
straight.
let us know.
By all means. What's the Fenway group that owns the Red Sox and then like Manchester United or something?
Yes, they're involved. Yeah, they're involved in it. Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq and Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Which is what prompted my idiocy before. How does he own the Mavericks?
Yeah, he's going to own two teams. You know what I mean?
Dude.
So.
And then I started going down the rabbit hole. I found out the Buss family sold the Lakers. He's like, dude, where have you been? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So, and so this project is going to be potentially $10 billion upwards. You're looking at an expansion fee of between $4 and $6 billion. So now the question is, I don't believe they can do the taxpayer dollars for this. Is that accurate, or am I talking out of my rear end?
I really don't know.
Okay.
The full, how that works. I think a lot of that stuff is going to be, negotiated. Vegas has been pretty unfriendly as to having the taxpayers here locally pay it. It's been a sticking point for everything.
And I have a sneaking suspicion that wherever this happens, whether it's T-Mobile or whatever, it's going to be on the Strip because these casinos are going to want it on the Strip.
Yeah, and they pay for it.
You know what? As long as we keep not having to pay state income tax,
I don't care. Let the casinos,
let
no
the
lottery,
casinos,
no FanDuel, whatever.
We're cool.
I'm cool with
That's
that,
what makes
right?
Vegas awesome to live.
It makes Vegas awesome to live. No state taxes. So I don't think it's going to be, because I know that was a big sticking point with the Aces, is the commissioners were like, no, we're not going to pay for this, right? So, and I'm actually behind that. I'm not sure how much I support the fans essentially paying for the billionaires
stadium
projects, right? Like, I don't know about that. So anyway, we're really looking forward to this. Anything else to add on this I may have forgotten?
I mean, not really. I mean, look,
that's
NBA
it.
coming. Like, guys, there's a chance you know more than us. If you do, by all means, drop us a comment,
sure
let
you
us
know more than Adam. So
there's no question.
Okay,
There's no question.
but we'll catch you next time. Till next time, what's happening in Vegas?
And if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know what's happening in Vegas, hit that little bell so you can get notifications and subscribe to the channel so you could be the first to know what's going on in the Las Vegas.
What did the bell look at? What's the bell sign?
The bell is like gives them notifications.
Okay, that's the bell. Okay,
so you can give them a notification that, hey, there's a video coming.
All right.
I'm schooling him on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes,
He's schooling me on NBA. I'm schooling him on YouTube.
Perfect. Hit the bell. Do the thing.
Anyway, if you guys ever have any real estate questions, any Las Vegas questions, you're either looking to move in or out of Las Vegas, or have any questions about how that works out, our information is also in the description. You can call, text, or email us. We're also happy to book a Zoom call with you as well.
100%. All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.